Buy Paretti's Miracle Elixir, it'll do the trick, sir. Oh my god. Alright, today we are going to be doing something a little more chill and laid back. I feel a little lazy because I set up my whole bedroom to be able to film for this channel, but it's just been more convenient to sit and film here to get things done, to film and edit and get everything up. So hold me to this, that this will be one of my last videos on this channel in this area. Hello, what's up? My name is Ashley, also known as Deadgrl, Spookystar on this channel, if you're new here. Today we're going to recap everything that I watched in the month of February. I vowed to myself that I would watch more than I did in January because I kind of slacked a little there. I did very well, but I kind of stopped. No, I did pretty good. I watched movies all the way up until the 22nd, and then I guess I got a little distracted. So, let's talk about it. If you have seen any of these movies, let me know down below. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I will leave it linked down below. Starting off on February 1st, we watched Old School. Oh, I have a visitor. This is Ace. Hi, little sweetie. I love you. She's been so attached, and I just cannot. Thank you. You're so nice. Okay, anyways, if you haven't seen Old School, I don't know why. I've seen it before, but I didn't see it for the first time until like 2013 maybe, and it came out in 2003, so it took me 10 years to watch that movie. It's so funny. On the 3rd of February, I watched The Lobster. The Lobster is a Yorgos Lanthimos film, and it is kind of weird. It didn't end the way that I thought it was going to end, but I enjoyed it overall. I'm pretty mad that he didn't get turned into a lobster. On the 5th, oh hello, hi. On the 5th, I watched The Wave, which is a new movie with Justin Long. I started doing a movie review on The Wave and Extraordinary, which you'll hear me talk about later on, but I kind of got, you'll see the jump in time where I got way too delayed, and I chucked that video. I just figured I would talk about him here. So The Wave was an awesome movie. Actually, I think I have my notes so I can tell you. So The Wave was a movie that really delved into the theory that the universe is always trying to send you signs to set you on the right path to help. I don't know, it's a really weird film about how the universe is constantly always trying to help you. But drugs are involved. Weird sequences, beautiful cinematography and CGI. The concept of time was very good, but it wasn't like time loop movies, because I hate time loop movies, you guys know, but it played with time very well, and I really enjoyed it. I love Justin Long. On the 6th of February, I watched 7 Pounds for the first time. Marcel had been bothering me to watch this movie for months, and I said I don't want to watch it because I don't want to cry. And you know what I did? I cried the whole time. I got very attached to Woody Harrelson and to Rosario Dawson's characters, which I believe becomes concluded in another, yep, okay, we'll talk about that after. On the 7th, I watched Horse Girl. I was so looking forward to this movie. I was so looking forward to Horse Girl, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.5 stars. I love freaky, weird, obscure, just freaking weird movies, and that was right up my alley. The end sequence, if you guys have seen it, I don't want to ruin it for you because I do encourage you to watch it if you like movies that are more weird, kind of alien-y, I don't know, like I don't want to say conspiracy, but like you really have to make your own assumptions about the ending, and I don't know. It was a really good movie. It was a mind fuck. On the 8th, I watched Extraordinary. So it took 3 days between The Wave and Extraordinary to watch that. The Extraordinary, I think I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was so good. It actually stars Will Forte, which I wasn't expecting, but it is kind of like a paranormal, ghost hunting, satanic, I don't know, like all of that, but it's so heartwarming. Like, it is one of the most beautiful ghost stories, and the ending is such a heartfelt ending. But it's not horror to the point where it's scary, but it's like spoofy horror. It's very good. It was one of the first Irish films that I'd seen, and I really enjoyed it. On the 9th, I watched Goldman versus Silverman, which was a short by the Safdie brothers who captured my heart after Uncut Gems. And it took me watching this whole, I think it was like 6-minute short, to realize that Goldman was Adam Sandler the whole time. I knew it was Benny. I knew it was Benny Safdie as Silverman, but I didn't realize that it was Adam Sandler, and it was so weird and so wonderful. I loved it. Kind of sad though. I felt kind of sad. On the 10th, we watched Training Day, and I think about that movie at least once a day since I've seen it. It really fucked me up. I'd never seen it. Marcel, another one that he kept begging me to watch. I'm just always kind of skeptical of his movies because I have a very specific, like, I'm weird, okay? I like weirder, more obscure films, and he always wants me to watch these mainstream films that I never think I'll like, but I always end up really enjoying. That one I really ended up enjoying. Speaking of weirder, more obscure films, on the 11th, right after Training Day, I forgot about that. Oh my god, because I made him watch a movie. I was like, if you get to pick, I get to pick. So we watched Greener Grass, and that is another movie that I think about all the time. So I watched Greener Grass, and if you guys remember me, oh my god, if you guys remember me mentioning the Intercut podcast, they did a whole episode on Greener Grass and kind of dissecting it. So I had listened to it before I watched the movie because I had only seen the Venmo short, not Venmo, the Vimeo short. Oh, we're not doing Venmo here. So I listened to the podcast, watched the movie, and then I re-listened to the podcast, and the movie made so much more sense. I'm gonna have to rewatch it. It is so surreal. It is like if David Lynch directed Wet Hot American Summer, and I am here for it. It is such a weird, it is like Arturo says in the podcast, it is like if an alien it's an alien's view of how they perceive humans and how weird things, it was just a weird movie. I really recommend it. On the 11th, I watched Oscar-winning short, Hair Love. I watched the Oscars too this month, just to let you know, and I logged it on here, but it didn't let me tell you that I logged it on here for some reason. Anyways, I watched Hair Love, and I bawled my eyes out the whole time because the premise is so beautiful. The mother, I'm gonna start crying. You know what? I had to go through cancer treatments, so to see a storyline, it's with the cancer treatment and the mom coming home from having cancer treatments, it was so beautiful, okay? On the 12th, I made Marcel watch Dave Chappelle, Equanimity, and I love it because the joke comes full circle, okay? He picks a punchline out of a hat before he starts, and it's, I'm gonna kick her in the, and I kicked her in the pussy or something, and oh my god, I can't believe I just said that, but he does a little bit with it, but the whole comedic, like, hour, whatever you're watching, comes right around, and the joke hits again at the end, and it's so full circle. I love it so much. On the 14th, I watched Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street for the first time, and I loved it. Oh goodness, that was right up my alley. I don't know why I put it off for so long. I had it on DVD, I just never watched it. I think it was because I really am not, I'm like a borderline Johnny Depp fan, but that movie, the gore, Sacha Baron Cohen, the song just came flooding back to my head, and now it's gonna be stuck in my head for a month.
Pirelli's miracle elixir, that's what did the trick, sir, true.
On the 16th, Marcel put on The Other Guys, and we rewatched it for like the 5th time. It is so funny to us because of the pimps don't cry. Pimps don't cry, no they don't. That scene is just like, it is so good. On the 16th, I rewatched, but I made Marcel watch American Mary for the first time because I bought it on DVD. If you guys haven't seen American Mary, it is like revenge, torture, body modification. I don't know, it's a good one. It's the Soska sisters. They are if you guys have heard of the show Hellevator, they're the 2 girls that do the show Hellevator, the twins. They're great. They have a couple of shorts in the ABCs of Death. I believe that they have 1 and 2. Let me check. I know right now they have a movie out. They remade David Cronenberg's Rabid, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. Buy Paretti's Miracle Elixir, it'll do the tricks. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, they only have a short in the ABCs of Death 2. They also did Dead Hooker in a Trunk, which was pretty good. And then See No Evil 2, which I didn't know existed. Okay, on the 16th, here we go. We watched Zombieland Double Tap, and I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. And this is why. Because of 7 pounds. Because of Woody Harrelson and Rosario Dawson getting closure, and I can't. I left that movie, I left 7 pounds thinking that they would end up being a couple. You know, they got, if you guys haven't seen 7 pounds, essentially Will Smith, spoiler alert, kills 7 people, so he wants to give 7 people his organs. He wants to give out 7 pounds of flesh, and 1 gets a heart and 1 gets eyes, and that happens to be Woody and Rosario, and they meet at the end, and she sees his eyes, and she knows it's his eyes with Will Smith's eyes. I'm sorry, I'm getting like worked up because it was such a great movie. So in Zombieland, Woody Harrelson and Rosario Dawson, they get together, and it's just like, oh my god, my closure. So just ignore me. I thought it was funnier than was like, I don't know, I thought it was really clever. I know people are complaining about it being kind of crappy, but I really enjoyed it. Okay, on the 17th, we watched Everest, and I don't know why, I just thought I could put this movie on as background noise. No, that movie wrote me in for 2 hours. That movie ripped my heart and soul apart into shreds, crushed my spirit, like spit on me. That movie made me feel like shit after watching it. Like, I cried so hard. I didn't want to talk about it. Another one that I don't even want to talk about, not literally, but like Honey Boy, I watched it on the 19th of February. Honey Boy was, I had grown up watching and loving Shia LaBeouf. I had always loved Even Stevens growing up. I loved Transformers. Every single body of work Shia LaBeouf has ever done, I have watched, I have enjoyed, I loved. I love him as a person. I love his personality. I'm like in love with Shia LaBeouf, okay? Honestly. And he just does so many cool things. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Anyways, just seeing Honey Boy, it ruined me. It like ruined my childhood, but it made me empathize so much more with him. I don't know, and just seeing the way it ended when his dad's like, I wanna be in a movie? Oh god, it was so soul crushing, but it was so good. And then the last 4 movies here, I watched on the 22nd of February. I watched 4 of Ari Aster's short films. Starting off with Munchausen. I see where he got Hereditary. Like, Munchausen was family drama that I wasn't expecting, and it's a silent film, and I cried for like 25 minutes after that movie. It was so heartbreaking. Then I watched TDF Really Works, which essentially means Tino's dick farts. And that was, the fuck did I watch? Like, Oh, Bo was really cool. I had to read my review and like go back and read the synopsis of the film, but Bo was actually really cool. I liked how it was shot, but I know my review says what the heck was that ending, but like the synopsis here says, although it is not made apparent in the film, it should be said that Bo once used a Ouija board, which makes the whole short film make sense. It was so weird, it was so creepy, it was right up my alley. If you guys have like 7 minutes, go check it out on YouTube. Type in Beau, B-E-A-U, by Ari Aster. Check out all of his short films. I think I have 3 more to watch, and then I finished all of his body of work, which is, I'm proud about. And then my favorite one of all, C'est la vie. I literally am going to get that, I'm gonna get C'est la vie tattooed on me so that I can tell people to watch the short film. Oh my goodness. It is essentially a homeless man going around, I believe, Times Square, New York, kind of spouting off shit about society, humanity, the government, but it's kind of funny, right? Like, you're laughing the whole way through, and then at the very end, spoiler alert, this little girl comes up to him and hands him change, and he just goes, "That's my daughter." And oh, it just puts your whole life into perspective, and that's why it's called That's Life, you know, like C'est la vie is That's Life in French. It broke me. I went from laughing so hard to bawling my eyes out in 0.2 seconds. It broke me in a way that I wasn't ready for. I had an emotional month watching these movies. So, if you have seen anything that I have watched in the month of February, let me know. Also, if you're interested in checking out anything that I have watched in the month of February, let me know. I can always give you some more info if you are interested, or clarify something if you are more interested in that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out my Instagram for more beauty content, but I'm always updating my stories with what I'm doing in my daily life. And I'll see you in my next video. Sayonara, suckers.